The desert is alive. It stretches endlessly, a sea of golden dunes under a blazing sun, hiding secrets that can change the fate of the universe. Whispers of power, betrayal, and destiny drift through the sands, calling those brave enough to step into the story. The epic saga of Dune reaches new heights, and this is not just a movie, it's an experience that will take your breath away. Every grain of sand, every roar of the sandworm, every shadow in the shifting dunes is magnified like never before. IMAX 70mm isn't just a screen, it's the desert itself coming alive around you, pulling you into the heart of Arrakis where legends are born and destinies collide. Arrakis is more than a desert, it is a world of extremes, where life fights to survive against scorching heat and endless sand. The wind sweeps across endless dunes, and storms can rise without warning, swallowing everything in their path. But hidden beneath the golden sands are treasures beyond imagination. The spice melange, a substance so rare that it controls the flow of the universe. This spice gives those who possess it power, longevity, and the ability to see the threads of destiny, but it comes at a cost. The desert is unforgiving, and only those who understand its rhythm can survive. Giant sandworms patrol the deep dunes, moving like living mountains beneath the surface. These creatures are both feared and revered, guardians of the spice, symbols of nature's might, and reminders that the desert holds its secrets tightly. The people of Arrakis, the Fremen, have adapted to this harsh world, building homes that blend with the sands and developing skills that allow them to survive where others would perish. They know the desert is alive, and they honor it, moving silently, respecting its power, and waiting for the right moment to strike. Every step in the sand carries meaning, every wind-blown trail tells a story, and every night under the twin moons of Arrakis reveals a sky full of possibilities. The planet is dangerous, yet breathtaking, a place where beauty and death coexist side by side. Vast canyons, rocky plateaus, and hidden oases appear like mirages, shaping the lives of those who dare to call Arrakis home. From the fortified cities to the scattered Fremen sieges, every corner of this world is filled with history, power, and mystery. The desert is not just a backdrop, it is a character itself, influencing decisions, shaping destinies, and testing every visitor. The sands carry whispers of old wars, ancient rivalries, and the quiet patience of a planet that has seen empires rise and fall. Arrakis challenges everyone who sets foot on it, demanding courage, strategy, and respect. Even the wind seems to have a voice, carrying warnings and secrets to those willing to listen. In this world, alliances are fragile, betrayal is common, and survival depends on understanding both people and the environment. Power is measured not only by armies or wealth, but by knowledge of the land, the timing of actions, and the ability to anticipate what the desert will demand next. Every shadow, every dune, every storm tells a story that goes beyond words. The desert may look simple to the untrained eye, but its complexity is endless. It shapes politics, fuels conflicts, and creates legends. House Atreides, with its noble intentions and tactical minds, has already learned that Arrakis does not forgive mistakes. Every choice has consequences, every step carries risk, and every victory is hard-earned. The planet itself watches, waiting for the one who can truly understand its secrets. And as the sun sets, painting the dunes in shades of gold and crimson, the desert whispers a warning and a promise at the same time. Greatness is possible here, but only for those willing to embrace the harsh beauty, the danger, and the destiny that Arrakis demands. This is a world of extremes, a stage for epic stories, and the canvas upon which the next chapter of Dune will unfold, larger, more immersive, and more breathtaking than ever before in IMAX 70mm. Every moment in this world is magnified, every detail becomes a spectacle, and the story of Dune takes on a life of its own, calling every viewer to witness the adventure as if they are part of the desert itself. Arrakis is not only a land of sand and storms, it is a land of power struggles, secret plots, and hidden destinies. The story of Dune Part 3 is driven by those who navigate its treacherous landscapes, both literal and political. Every house, every faction, every player on this planet is locked in a delicate balance of ambition, survival, and betrayal. The Fremen move like shadows across the dunes, their eyes reflecting the harsh sun, their bodies adapted to survive where others would fail. They are patient, disciplined, and deadly, their every action calculated for the long game. They know the desert's rhythms in ways outsiders cannot imagine: the rise of a sandstorm, the warning vibrations of a distant sandworm, or the subtle signs that signal danger or opportunity. For them, Arrakis is not just home. It is a teacher, a guide, and a battlefield all at once. Meanwhile, House Atreides continues its struggle to maintain control and honor in a world that demands cunning and ruthlessness. Every decision, no matter how small, carries the weight of consequence. The leaders of Arrakis must constantly read between the lines, watch for betrayal, and anticipate the moves of enemies whose faces they may never see until it is too late. The desert amplifies these tensions, turning simple journeys across the dunes into tests of endurance, strategy, and instinct. Water is precious, and every drop is a symbol of life, trust, or survival. Hidden in the sands, secret alliances form and shatter, loyalties are tested, and the ambitions of the powerful collide in ways that shape the course of the story. Sandworms, massive and awe-inspiring, move beneath the surface as silent enforcers of nature's rules, consuming anything or anyone who dares disrupt the delicate balance of Arrakis. Their presence is a constant reminder that this world is not just a place to conquer, but a force to respect. Characters who walk these dunes carry more than weapons. They carry legacies, promises, and burdens that will determine not only their fates, but the fate of the planet itself. Every battle, every whispered conversation, every covert plan takes on amplified meaning against the backdrop of endless sand and wind. The planet is vast, but it is not impersonal. It tests, it watches, and it challenges those who tread its surface. Even the smallest encounter, a meeting in a hidden sitch, a negotiation in the shadow of a fortress, or a confrontation on a barren plain, has the power to alter destinies. The desert magnifies ambition and greed, but also rewards wisdom, patience, and courage. In this chapter of Dune, the stakes are higher, the strategies more intricate, and the outcomes more uncertain than ever before. Every dune could hide danger, every canyon could be a trap, and every horizon could bring salvation or disaster. As the story unfolds, viewers witness the clash of ideologies, the collision of forces, and the emergence of new legends. There are moments of tension where silence carries as much weight as the roar of battle, and moments of quiet reflection where the vast emptiness of Arrakis mirrors the inner struggles of those who call it home. Political intrigue, personal vendettas, and the pursuit of destiny intertwine seamlessly with the natural and supernatural forces of the desert, creating a tapestry of conflict and suspense that draws the audience deeper into the narrative. Every visual detail, the shifting patterns of sand, the subtle glint of sunlight on weapons, the texture of desert fabrics, the immense scale of machinery, tells a story in itself. And as tensions rise, alliances shift, and power is tested, the audience is invited to feel the pulse of Arrakis, to sense its dangers, and to anticipate the moments where courage, cunning, and fate will converge. This is not merely a continuation of a story. It is an exploration of survival, leadership, and the profound impact of a world that is as harsh as it is beautiful. Every scene, every sequence, and every detail is magnified in IMAX 70mm, allowing viewers to experience the enormity of the desert, the intensity of its conflicts, and the epic scale of the characters' journeys. The story moves relentlessly forward, blending suspense, drama, and spectacle, ensuring that every viewer is not just watching, but living the experience alongside those who navigate the perilous sands of Arrakis. Conflict on Arrakis is inevitable. The desert is a stage for epic struggles, both subtle and explosive, and Part 3 brings these conflicts into sharper focus. Forces that were once distant now collide, and the desert itself becomes a silent witness to their clashes. Each step across the sand carries the weight of history and consequence. The factions maneuver carefully, aware that one misstep could bring ruin. In the shadow of massive dunes, secret confrontations unfold. Silent scouts track movements, watching from ridges, their presence known only to the sharpest eyes. Every moment of preparation, every whispered strategy, is a dance with destiny, where patience can be as lethal as force. The immense sandworms, embodiments of Arrakis' raw power, surge through the deep sands at intervals. leaving devastation in their wake, their very existence shaping the timing and tactics of every encounter. Battles are not just fought with swords or weapons, they are fought with knowledge, foresight, and the ability to adapt instantly to the desert's unpredictable conditions. A sudden storm can erase tracks, hide movements, or alter the outcome of an ambush. Characters must think on multiple levels, balancing ambition with survival, courage with caution. The desert's vastness amplifies the scale of every conflict, turning even minor skirmishes into grand spectacles. Beyond the open dunes, secret hideouts and hidden syaches provide vantage points and refuge, where plans are hatched and alliances tested. Here, the Fremen assert their mastery, their intimate knowledge of the desert, giving them an edge that outsiders can barely comprehend. Every trap, every maneuver, every calculated silence builds tension, setting the stage for moments of explosive action. Machines hum and engines roar across the sands, yet even technology bows to the immense forces of nature. Sandstorms rise unpredictably, sand shifting like living walls, challenging those who dare traverse it. Characters are forced to react quickly, improvising in real time as the environment itself reshapes the battlefield. These moments are punctuated by bursts of violence where the stakes are life and death, and the outcome is never certain. The desert magnifies every sound, every movement, and every decision, turning subtle gestures into moments of critical consequence. Yet amid this chaos, moments of reflection appear. A lone figure silhouetted against the crimson horizon, the glow of twin moons reflecting on desert armor, or a quiet pause before the storm hits, all serve to remind viewers of the depth, the history, and the stakes of Arrakis. Relationships are tested under pressure, loyalties strained by ambition and necessity, and even the most trusted allies may falter when confronted with survival or opportunity. The tension is relentless. Each scene moves fluidly from strategy to action, from anticipation to eruption, creating a rhythm that mirrors the desert's own pulse. In Part 3, the story is not just about battles. It is about understanding the landscape, respecting the forces at play, and recognizing that victory requires more than strength. It requires intuition, courage, and timing. The cinematography emphasizes scale, towering dunes, endless horizons, and the intimate details of desert life, from the texture of sand to the glint of metal under harsh sunlight. These visuals create an immersive world where danger and beauty coexist, and where every moment carries significance. Viewers are pulled into the unfolding drama, feeling the heat of the sun, the tension of unseen threats, and the magnitude of epic confrontations. The narrative layers intrigue over spectacle, strategy over chaos, showing that the desert is a test of mind as well as might. Each battle is a story within a story, revealing character, ambition, and the lengths individuals will go to seize or defend power. Through these struggles, Part 3 elevates the stakes, pushing both characters and viewers to confront the full scale of Arrakis. Every conflict, every chase, every ambush is more than entertainment. It is a lesson in survival, strategy, and the raw, unyielding power of the desert. IMAX 70mm brings these scenes to life in unprecedented detail, where every grain of sand, every vibration, every roar of the sandworm is felt as if the viewer stands on the dunes themselves. The desert is vast, unpredictable, and magnificent, shaping every encounter, every decision, and every destiny, making each scene unforgettable, immersive, and awe-inspiring. As the story of Arrakis reaches its peak, the tension that has been building across dunes, sieges, and cities erupts into moments that will define the fate of all who walk its sands. Every conflict, every secret, every risk converges as alliances are tested and betrayals come to light. The desert itself becomes a living stage for these climactic events, with storms whipping across endless dunes, sand shifting in unpredictable waves, and shadows stretching long across the glowing horizon. Characters who were once cautious are forced to act, making choices that will echo across the planet and beyond. The weight of legacy, honor, and survival presses on every decision. Here, power is no longer theoretical. It is absolute, immediate, and unforgiving. Battles unfold with staggering scale, showing the interplay between human ambition and the untamed force of nature. Massive sandworms rise from beneath the sands, their immense bodies shaking the ground, forcing both heroes and foes to navigate the chaos with precision and instinct. The roar of these creatures is more than sound. It is a declaration of the desert's dominance, a reminder that no plan, no army, no device can fully control Arrakis. At the same time, smaller, more personal conflicts play out, where a glance, a hesitation, or a whispered order can change the outcome of an encounter. The cinematic experience magnifies every detail. The texture of armor scorched by the sun, the shimmer of spice-laden air, the tension in movements as combatants prepare for the next strike. In these moments, strategy and instinct collide. Characters leverage terrain, manipulate sandstorms, and exploit the environment as much as they rely on their own skill or technology. The desert itself participates in the story, shaping the battlefield and testing resolve. As the narrative builds, the stakes escalate beyond survival or power. Destinies intersect, secrets unravel, and the consequences of past actions come crashing into the present. Betrayals, long-hidden schemes, and the weight of prophecy all culminate, leaving no one untouched. Even silence carries tension. The empty wind across a ridge, the stillness before a confrontation, the slow approach of a massive creature beneath the sand. The Fremen, masters of this world, move with confidence and precision, their every action a lesson in adaptability and courage. The houses and factions that oppose them struggle to keep pace, learning that brute force alone cannot win in a world that demands respect, intelligence, and timing. IMAX 70mm amplifies this drama, transforming every sandstorm into a living spectacle, every battle into an epic struggle that can be felt in the chest as well as seen. The scale of Arrakis becomes tangible. The vast deserts, the looming fortresses, the deep canyons, and the towering machinery all magnified to immerse the audience fully. Music and sound design elevate the emotional stakes, pairing the roar of sandworms with haunting melodies that underscore the personal struggles of those caught in the chaos. In these final sequences, tension and anticipation merge into awe, as viewers witness not just conflicts, but the shaping of legend. Characters rise, fall, and endure, their choices defining the balance of power and the trajectory of the world. The desert remains a silent observer, its shifting sands chronicling every triumph, every loss, every calculated risk. As the final moments unfold, the story demonstrates that victory is not simply measured in survival or conquest. It is found in understanding, courage, and the ability to adapt to a world that is larger and wilder than any individual. Arrakis teaches its lessons with harsh clarity. Only those who respect its forces, embrace its challenges, and navigate its complexities can truly shape the future. The culmination of Dune. Part 3 is both spectacle and revelation, a breathtaking convergence of character, strategy, and the raw power of the environment. Every detail, whether a subtle movement in the sand, a glint of sunlight on armor, or the thunderous approach of a sandworm, becomes part of an experience designed to overwhelm the senses and immerse viewers completely. IMAX 70mm makes this larger than life, allowing every grain of sand, every whisper of wind, and every roar of destiny to resonate with intensity. By the final frame, the audience is left with a sense of awe, wonder, and anticipation for what comes next, a story that feels alive, vast, and unforgettable, as if Arrakis itself has reached out and pulled them into its epic saga.